I saw you standing. I thought you had said the pledge.
No. Sorry. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Very light calendar again today. Did you have a chance to read the minutes?
I haven't had a chance to read the minutes. Should have been reading. What changes were made, do you recall?
It was just mainly a couple of spelling and nothing consequential.
I don't see them reading so fast. I'd make a motion, Mr. Chairman, to approve and presented.
It's been moved. I'll second it. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Passed 2-0.
Commissioner Barrett got with county clerk and notified him that he wasn't going to be available today. So he did let someone know.
Commissioner comments and committee reports.
I have a project concern, excuse me, strategic meeting tomorrow night at 5:30. We're going to start that. We all have our ideas sent in and prioritize what we'd like to get. We're going to start that tomorrow night. Thursday night, excuse me.
Okay. So last week I had the sales tax committee had our first meeting Wednesday night. I thought things went much better than expected, although I really had no expectations in a way. But I think there's a lot of good questions coming out of it. It's been 25 years since this was passed, and I think it's definitely worth a review, look at how things are done and what we could do better. I know that you're just getting reports and things. It's highlighted a few things that I know that we can do better on our part. Just keeping an eye on these tax dollars and who's reporting and where that needs to be reported to. So highly optimistic. I gave an open response, and Sean Rizza gave one for the city, and several people responded how similar that they were on their desire and of what's to come of it. So hopefully that will have a good ending. I think our next meeting is the 19th of June, I believe. Here it's tentatively here at the courthouse again. Okay.
At 5? At 5?
I believe that would be at 6.
You may add that is open to the public.
Yes, it is open to the public. There will be an announcement, or it'll be on the website once we get definite plans set. New business before the board. Anything new presented?
I think I have.
To present? This is necessary to be new.
We had Saeed.
Oh, it was. I don't have it.
Saeed something he proposed for the strategic planning. He offered a few names to us and said that they'd be happy to do it.
He's with the Kansas Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
I thought it was a good presentation. Last week we talked about the opioid litigation. Now, have you been in touch with them?
Yes, and they've set up an appointment to come in next week.
Next
I
week?
think somebody's coming next week in the morning session to talk to you about joining the litigation if you're so inclined.
Any other new business? Any old business? We'll go right on to county councilor updates.
The only thing is tax sale update is we are making steady progress on getting service and process. I expect we'll do our first publication probably next week, and so we're moving ahead. Still, hopefully to have the sale by this summer, by the end of the summer. On today or this week is the 1 year from the date of the actual sale and the last tax sale, and so that last deed that had a federal tax lien was released on yesterday. So everything is taken care of and closed from that sale.
On that, was that a timing thing that had to be a year from the sale, that had to be
it right? It was I can't remember if it was I think it was the Small Business Administration has a 1 year right of redemption.
Was that the one at Effingham?
No, this was the Bowling Alley.
Oh, okay. Because I know that there was a house that sold that seemed like it had some.
There were a few that had a 120-day right of redemption. I think that was the Internal Revenue Service, and so those were taken care of quite a while ago. The Elliots that we talked to about vacating the roads out in Harrington, I expect that to be filed by the end of this week.
Once that's filed, how long does that take then?
Well, there's a publication requirement, so 35 days, something like that.
Okay.
And that's all I have.
I have a couple questions on the nuisance properties. Do we have another round coming up, or how do we generate that, or when does that take place?
I don't know that we have really a schedule for it. We provided, and I've discussed with Northeast Kansas Environmental Services, a list of a dozen properties or so. They typically will do a written report back with photographs, and before I usually send out a letter before we file anything, but I think we're in their investigating phase. There are a couple of properties that have been on prior rounds that I think have fallen back. So I guess there is a little bit of an update on the Country Club Road property, and that is that the owners and the tenant did agree to allow them to do a dye test, put a packet of dye in the stool and flush it, and then they look for if the water that comes out is colored, that's going down the hill, and they know that's the source of it. And if it's not, they know it's some other source, but they've agreed to allow that.
Good. Now, in the past, have you personally, you've done a ride around with them when they were looking at these properties?
Yes. and usually we did kind of a ride around before we sent any letters. We sent the letters, and then we went and met with anyone that wanted to meet with us to talk about what needed to be fixed in the timetable for doing it. I don't know if we're going to be on quite as long a timeline now. It took a lot of time and generally didn't get it. The properties where it got compliance, it seemed to get the compliance within a few weeks, not within months. So I don't anticipate doing exactly what we've done before in the future.
If you schedule that again, let me know. I might go right along with you. I'm on that board, and it's a possibility. I wouldn't want to hold you up if I couldn't meet that day, but I mean, if I'm available, I wouldn't mind participating in that.
At one time, the commission, in a morning meeting, we went and drove around and looked at them. There aren't many that are south of too far. They're mostly in the northern part. And, so we probably could do that pretty easily in a couple hours if you want to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, we took Road and Bridge with us, and I believe.
Right.
Was Mr. Foster with us that day? On the second
He was not. I don't know if we could get a vehicle that was big enough that we could all be in it that could handle the.
I think the new Chevy vehicle would probably do. And then if the roads are dry, well, we could drive the county vehicle. Chevy Traverse. That's what, 8 seats?
I don't know. Does that have a third row?
I think it has a back row seat, I think.
I think so. Okay, we'll just keep that in mind and play it by ear. Is there any need for executive session today?
None that I know.
Wow, record short meeting it looks like today. Is there any other business to attend to today?
The road in the Larkenburg area, they took that onto the appeal, the township road situation.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, yes, the farmer that, yes. I was talking with the appraiser. It has went on to Kansas Department of Revenue. Isn't that who does the BOTA? Sorry,
Vortex fields.
Yeah, wrong acronym. And so I visited with her last week about that. Asked her how that process went. She will probably either take Pat or Roger along. They have a hearing and determine on from there what they find out. So, which is where it should have really been, have gone through that process already. So hopefully that will straighten things out. Well, with that, I don't hear any other business to attend to. Do I hear a motion to adjourn at 1:15?
Do we need to discuss about sending Mr. Henderson and Mr. Nolan down to talk to the attorney in Kansas City?
Oh, yeah, I think it would be appropriate for one of the board members and me to meet.
Maybe Peggy as well, concerning the Atchison Senior Village.
Yes. So should be any of the three of you.
Okay. Is that enough specific, or do we need to actually be designated, or?
I don't know if we get something set up and the other three are available and one of you is not. I don't know if a different one could fill in. But
It could be just a non-specific.
Just one can be two.
Right.
I'd make a motion, Mr. Chairman, that you attend this meeting, if possible.
Okay, I'm willing to do that if.
Do you
Should
want
we-
to wait for the third commissioner?
Well, I don't think that's the problem. The only thing is I'm hesitant is if I couldn't make it, if there's a fill-in, do we want to designate a second or do we want to just go from there?
I think the way you worded it, that he would attend if he's available, is enough, and then if he can't,
Somebody.
just call.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and second that. It's been moved and seconded for me to attend the meeting on behalf of the nursing home with Pat Henderson.
And Peggy, I think.
And yeah. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Pass 2-0. Okay.
So you will set that up then, Pat?
Yeah, I'll try to get that set up.
All right. Anything further? Do I hear a motion to adjourn at 18?
I shall do it, Mr. Chairman.
1 second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Pass 2-0. We will adjourn.